right, thank you. So we'll go ahead and open today's meeting. We'll start with roll call. Bob? Yep. Lucas? Here. Andy?
Here.
Ann?
Oh, here.
Sean?
Here.
Justin is here. Holly called, text us, let us know that she is stuck at work and unable to attend today. Going down the agenda, as we were just discussing, the minutes did not go out. There was a snafu with those, so there's no minutes to approve today. We do have something we need to circle back from the Veterans Advisory Committee, the February Veterans Advisory Committee, the Memorial Day wreaths. We put in an order. We approved the vote last meeting for 20 wreaths. We actually ordered 30. So I just need an amendment motion to order 30 wreaths not to exceed $800. Is that? Yeah, that's the comment.
So I'll make a motion to amend the motion to amend the Gamery Beach to it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes.
I'm knocking over you. Go ahead.
I did so moved.
It's a second. I got a second.
Oh, we got it.
So we will vote by roll call. Bob?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Andy?
Aye.
Ann?
Yeah, I.
Sean? Aye. Justin? Aye. Motion has passed. The order 30 wreaths not to exceed $800. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the Jim Gallagher plaque. So Sean sent out an email with the plaque template, if you will, of what this will look like. I don't know if y'all can see it online, but this is what we have. What you are asking us to vote on.
Yeah.
On if we want to move. Do we have a cost on this yet?
Yes, we do. We do. The cost is will not probably $1,100, but possibly $1,300, but it will not be more than $1,300.
Okay, so we do a motion for this plaque to not exceed $1,300. But has everybody had a chance to take a look at the plaque, the email that Sean sent out?
I didn't see it.
Oh,
I didn't see it. I was like, oh,
The last book I received, Justin, was you guys were trying to determine what the picture was going to be. That's the last one I received, but I didn't see the final picture.
all right. Well, that's on me then. Okay.
Let's see if I have it.
You wrestle without mentioning those military serials?
Hold it close enough to the camera so we can see it.
Which camera?
Helen and Travis.
They're giving me for them. See if the guys in the booth get it.
No,
Just down.
or could you email a photo of it?
oh,
Yeah, I am gonna.
okay.
Forward my
That's a good picture.
to the.
We'll do it this way.
Okay.
That.
If you look at the seat,
Oh, okay.
it was only.
Okay.
Oh, it was only us. The rest. Sorry, and I missed that. So they're good. They're good. Do y'all have any questions on the plaque? I apologize for this not going out to y'all.
Prices, does the price include installation or do we have to install it?
It does not include installation. It will be a simple install, mounting it on the wall. It's either 4 screws or double-sided tape.
Oh,
Okay.
I just have a question. You guys might have already discussed this, but has his family seen it?
Yes.
And they like it?
Yes.
yeah. They provided the photo and they helped write the stuff below, which is why we were trying to push it today to move forward with it. Okay, if there is no other discussion, then if I could get a motion to approve the plaque as is and to not exceed $1,300 to purchase the plaque.
So move.
Second.
I have a second. Roll call vote. Bob?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Andy?
Aye.
Anne Marie?
Aye.
Sean? Aye. Justin? Aye. The motion is moved. Go ahead and purchase the plaque. So let me get up to date on my notes here.
Again, is that the night one? It's the birthday lunch.
All right. Next up is the old cemetery signage. And Andy, really what I was like to hear from you is I thought we were looking for signage around the flagpoles, but in your email, I think you were looking for something else. So I just want to make sure I'm on the same page.
Yes, all of the other cemeteries in town have a sign on them telling the name of the cemetery.
Okay.
Okay. And Old Cemetery has no signage, no such signage. It had no such flagpoles until earlier this year, or earlier last year, when they sold it to the part there. But we had proposed putting a sign facing Oak Ave, facing the open, two big stone carbon entryway. Okay, so it would be just to the left or just to the right of that opening, saying that the old cemetery, something to the effect that this is the first cemetery laid out in the town of Grafton. Now, this was actually laid out in 1734. Prior to the incorporation of the town. That's where the old cemetery name comes from. The old cemetery is the original name. Okay? Now, there is one veteran there that is his name is Glory. I think his name is Luke Glory. He participated in like 3 or 4 different wars. He was a Grafton selectman. All kinds of good stuff about him. I'd like to include a little blurb on the bottom of that sign honoring him. It's historical to the point that of the first 40 original firms or whatever layouts of participants of the town of Grafton, the first 40 that came and incorporated in the town, 17 are buried there.
Oh, wow.
Okay. How do you spell that gentleman's name?
I believe it's Grury. Luke Glory.
Okay.
I have information on him from the Boy Scout that does the layout of the cemetery with the original with the 98 or 101s. I forget the total now. Veterans that are buried there. He got me the information. He said this might be something we want to include on the signage. So in the case, just how historical to the town this would be.
Okay. And you said 17 other Grafton founders are in that cemetery?
Correct.
Okay.
Of the original 40, 17 are buried there. Now that I understand is 17 males. It may be more if you include the wives.
Okay.
Justin,
Yes.
comment. I'm sorry to butt in there.
No, feel free.
I'm just a little curious about that cemetery. You're talking about the cemetery across from the high school.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, growing up in the town, that was always known to me as the Indian cemetery.
Yep.
So My question is the majority of the people that are buried in there are Native Americans from Grafton? And if it is, shouldn't the name have something to do with those people instead of just the old cemetery?
The original name, Carmen, was the old cemetery. Okay, some people call it Indian Cemetery. Some people call it Old Street Burial Ground. It's been known by names all over the place. But I mean, we should probably decide, or the town decides, just what it is we want to call it.
Agreed. I'm wondering if maybe we should check with the, and there's still some family members up at the Indian Reservation that run that place. Might have some information about that cemetery.
Yeah, I think they came to the dedication or when we did that dedication, right?
Yeah.
The flags.
That should have been.
Just a thought.
Andy Jefferson had the formation for the flagpoles. He might have information that with regard to the individual Indians that are buried there. Indigenous Cuba, you can't say Indians anymore. It's indigenous people. Want to be property here.
I believe at the select board office, we have the contact information for the folks who came that day because we had a meeting a couple of years ago via Zoom with some folks representing the nation. So I think that the select board office or town administrator office would have a contact for you all. And I'm happy to facilitate that to ask them and if we can reach out to someone and see.
I'm just thinking if the majority of the people that are buried there could be American Indians, maybe they should have a say in what's called. But if you have to put a sign up about it.
So that's, I have a list of 400 individual plots in the two plains, North Plain and South Plain of that cemetery, and majority of them are non-Indian, non-indigenous. They're settlers originally from the town of Sutton, but because prior to 1735, the town of Grafton was a subsidiary, a subset of the town of Sutton. And Sutton gave to the town or gave to these 40 families 40 acre plots or 400 acre plots or something to that amount of acres each to farm and take ownership of.
Okay.
Just a thought. I mean, maybe it's just the old cemetery. I don't know. I didn't want to upset any of the American Indians that might still be involved in the town of Grafton if that's used to be, especially in that's up dedicated.
Yeah.
The other story, Andy, I don't know much about that kind of stuff.
Well, time enough, I will share with you the information I have about the layout of the cemetery, who did it, everything with regard to the original declaration that was Grafton Cemetery, our first cemetery.
And Carmen, I think that's a good idea because I'd also like to see they may want to also honor certain people in there as well. So, we can always maybe include their information and do one sign. You might do two signs to explain the history there. So I think it's a good idea to reach out to them.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Nope.
One thing with regard to the actual sunning, there are a couple of people in the town of Grafton that actually make wooden signs. Okay, they made one for Fairview Cemetery, made one for Pinegrove Cemetery. They want to reach out to them, see if they'd be interested in giving us a layout when we finally get to the point of deciding what it is we want.
Okay.
Keep it in town if we can.
Yep, definitely. All right. Next up on the agenda is the Civil War marker. Andy, I've got it on the agenda. We're still looking at Saturday, May 3rd at 11 o'clock.
That's correct. It's coordinated with Carmen. Carmen, you can verify for me that we would try to provide a firing squad and as just possible a color guard as well. If we could have like a minimum of 3, perhaps 4 that fire, and maybe three that would carry American flag, Stephen Towers flag, maybe either state or VFW or American Legion flag, and the companies is coming from Worcester, the Camp 45 Willie Route Civil War people have their own flag. I'd like to have that included in the color guide as possible. They will provide a person to carry it.
I'm sure that's no problem. And the color guard's all set, Andy. That's all set, ready to go.
Okay.
And I just had a couple of questions on the function room. The Civil War party that you have coming, they taking care of the food?
Yes, we're taking care of the food.
Does somebody need to set up the function room? What time do they want it? I mean, we can't go right from the cemetery to the function room without having it ready to receive the people.
Correct. But Carmen, what we're talking is a 20 to 25, 30 minute ceremony. Immediately following would be everyone would go to your post for a light snack, or coffee, and if whatever we decide we want to have. You said you have a meat raffle or something starting around 2 o'clock.
Yeah, that starts at 2. That's should.
I wanted to say perhaps from reserve it from say like 11:30 to perhaps 1 or 1:15. So give a chance to get out in there so we don't trip over you guys.
That's no problem. And I just want to know: is there somebody that's is somebody catering that like lunch? Is what should we? Is somebody bring it there? Do you need?
Well,
So
to do something?
last,
what I was proposing to Justin and the rest of the guys was we would come up with, this committee would come up with a few dollars, I don't know how much, but we would perhaps get somebody like Bushman and Fact or something to help us with sandwiches.
Yeah.
And
They'll definitely help you, but I mean, that somebody's going to have to pay for it.
yeah, we'll pay for it. We'll pay for it.
I was going to say, but we don't need pay for it. Listen, and just.
And what do you think you would want? You know, you're going to need to put some kind of an order in so that they have it there delivered before people from the cemetery come back there.
So last time we had talked about just doing like what we did on comedy night with the sandwiches, and I think we still had chips and drinks from that night too. So we would only be really paying for the sandwiches.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking on the amount of sandwiches? You know, a couple of platters worth?
Because what I'm asking, what I'm going to be doing, Carmen, is sending out written invitations to these people, or email invitations, individuals, not a mass email to everybody. With RSVP to let me understand if they're coming or not, so I can make plans on how much food to get.
Okay, you got plenty of time.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that everything was set up when the people get back from the ceremony, that they can come into the room and there's drinks or coffee and sandwiches or whatever it is that you have available for them when they get there, so they don't have to just hang around up there.
Correct.
I don't know how many people you're going to have, and
I don't have a clue. I think your occupancy for the room is like 75 or 85 or something like that.
yeah, I'll be surprised if you get that many people. But
Yeah.
I don't think we're talking. Let's probably talk about 40.
So how many?
50. We did sandwiches for 50.
Yeah, we did sandwiches for 50 last time. And I think we had about 20 to 25 people there for the comedy night.
We had plenty.
And we had plenty. And how much was it for the sandwiches? Do you remember off the top of your head?
100 and still is, maybe $120.
Yeah, it was like $120. I mean, I'm good.
Wait a minute, no. It was more. It was more.
It was more than that.
Not like 175, I believe. Less than
Listen to that. Yeah. So I'm good if we want to do a motion now to say we order sandwiches from Bushel and Peck not to exceed $200. And then if we need to come back, that way it's all done. And once you got RSVPs, Andy, let me know if you need us to order the sandwiches or whatever. And but it's all done.
Well, I was thinking, Justin and gentlemen and ladies as well, basically is like a 3-inch grinder,
Yeah.
not a big grinder, several 3-inch grinders of different makeup.
Yep. Yeah. That's what we did last time.
Yep.
Yeah. And if anything, and if there's lots of leave it common, if you want to share it with your veterans afterwards, and if there's lots we can leave it with, make it take it when we do leave.
No, don't worry. There's always people willing to eat down there.
I know. Okay.
So I'll make the motion to authorize the committee to expend an amount not to exceed $200 for sandwiches for the Civil War dedication event.
A second.
I have a second. Roll call vote. Bob?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Andy?
I
Anne-Marie?
I
Sean?
I
Justin? Aye. Motion is passed. So if we need more, if we decide that it's going to be probably more than 50 people, come back and we'll, next month and we'll do another one. We'll up it.
Justin, one quick question to you. You had made original contact with perhaps the superintendent of schools for the original layout for this thing last fall. He wanted to include the schools with this program.
I don't think Anne-Marie, did you do that or was it? It might have been Matt Often at the time. I remember us talking about it. I did not reach out to the superintendent because I couldn't get a date from the team. But I do agree with you that, we probably want to share it with them.
It being on a Saturday morning, it doesn't affect schools. We don't have to worry about transportation, kids to and from this thing. If they want to come, they can, but I just have to know if they are.
Okay.
We can.
I want to know, do I submit, do I send an invitation to him for some participation from the schools if they want to come? Let me know who's coming.
Bob said,
just Justin. So I have not done anything on this. I'm happy to do something if you need me to, but this isn't something that I remember.
okay. I can't remember. I think I was maybe talking with Matt before you came on board about it. But if you wouldn't mind, Anne-Marie, reaching out to them, because I know you've got ins. And just saying, hey, this is coming up, and if they want to pass it out to the students. The buglers, do we, Andy, do you have a contact for them, or because you got them from the school? You do?
I do.
Sean did. Okay.
we made that connection already, so we're good to go.
All right. So they're going to be there.
So sorry, just to clarify the ask. So I'm going to reach out to Jay Cummings and just inform him of this event and the date, etc., and for them to pass this out somehow to the schools.
Yes.
Well, just to see if there's any students that are, Civil War buffs
Yes.
or that are interested in the veterans, making sure that they'll be taking care of their veterans and make sure, that kind of stuff.
Okay, will do. Is there some sort of any type of a flyer or?
Yeah, I am with developing a program with this gentleman's information on it. I can share that with you.
That'd be great.
On a informal basis right now, it's not formalized.
Yeah.
The date and time is, but the actual formula is not yet written. So I will share with him the intent of the program, and you can share it with the superintendent what it's like.
Yes, that'd be great. And so as soon as you get that to me, Andy, I'm happy to send that over to Jay and give him a little bit more background as well. That'd be great.
Can I use the email address that Felix is part of this committee?
Of course, yep. Foley A at Grafton something.
Yeah, I'll get to you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I know where you work, so I'll find you.
Here you go. Or you can find that yellow van and just leave it out there.
I'll take it.
Hey, keep in mind that Jeff Farrell has that electronic view also that you could use in place of actually.
And they do super on it. But if we can't get the bugles down, let them themselves.
Just so you know.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks.
That's a good one. Can I just step back a second? I know it's your meeting, but I was wondering if maybe Anne Marie could help me out on something here. The flagpole at Veterans Square, across from the Dairy Freeze, Swirls and Scopes.
Yes?
Okay, the big flag that we have there, and there's a sign that the state put up that dedicated it as Legion Square, post 92 Legion Square, a long time ago. Well, the ball on the top of that aluminum pole fell off. I found that on the ground, and it's in desperate need of at least new rope for the flag. The pulleys are about to break on it and everything else. So I was just wondering if it's something maybe that you could reach to the state, because I believe it's state property.
It is state property, yep.
And maybe we could get a new flagpole over there, or at least get new pulleys put on it, and maybe get the ball put back on the top or something. I don't know where to go to see if we can do that. And I thought maybe you might be able to reach to the state over that for us.
Yep, we'll do.
Okay, thanks. That's all I have on that.
Okay. Any other comments on the Civil War marker ceremony? Okay. Hillcrest Cemetery. Really, the only thing I'm going to touch on this, given the time, is that I am going to keep this attachment 1 to our agendas going forward. There really hasn't been much change to this cemetery conversation as of right now, but this information is there. It's just to keep us all in the loop as far as what was going on. For dedications, Lucas, in our last meeting, this is just something else that we'll need to coordinate. But Sampson Square Veterans Village was brought up with Michael and Carmen. So
We just got to figure out dates that work.
Yeah, but we still don't have dates to do that on. I don't know how that's going to get coordinated, when they want to do the dates.
but I leave that to you, Lucas, if you just want to reach out with Carmen.
Yeah, I'll reach out to you, Carmen. We can figure out probably a weekend that way.
You're probably going, it's going to be a dedication, so you're going to need a color guide there.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the thing. So we need to coordinate that with Mike from the BFW and the Legion Post to make sure that we have people available to do that. And if you're going to be doing it, like in the dead of the summer, that's when people are gone.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably want to do it like May.
Yeah.
June.
Okay. All right, let me know.
Simon, do you have a date for your first meeting for Memorial Day?
Might as well wild it.
May
26th. Okay. Uh-oh. Carmen, you're muted.
What is it? Sorry, am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had 2 meetings I'm thinking about, and one would be April 23rd. It's a Wednesday at 6 p.m. at the Legion Post. And the other one would be May 20th. It's a Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the Legion Post. I don't think we need to have another meeting before then. I think those two, and then we'd finalize everything on May 20th, and that gives us about a week to make sure we get everything buttoned up.
Okay. Thank you.
So April 23rd, May 20th, both at 6 p.m., one on Wednesday, the 23rd on Wednesday, and it's Tuesday, May 20th.
Thank you.
Perfect.
So the only thing I would say about maybe the spring, Lucas, is we've got the Memorial Day Parade.
Yeah.
We've got the Civil War. So maybe
And I'm gone for 2 weeks in May for military, so it's like 2 weekends gone right there.
yeah,
I believe when Mike was here at our last meeting, he was alluding to more fall.
yeah,
Yeah,
After
that works too.
it's in the time frame around Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Which is November.
Yeah, that would work.
So, yeah, I think that would be better. I think that's what he was thinking.
yeah. That's I remember us kind of talking about that, but I'll add that to this. And once again, this is just going to be an agenda topic that I'll keep on here just so we keep sight of it. But memorial planning process. So we need to. I think Desert Storm is going to be the easy one to start talking about. My thoughts with this, and I know we've kind of talked about this in the past, but we probably want to have the sign-up time open for about a year. So we're going to, I have a feeling that Jeff Farrell is going to be, or his office is going to be the one that probably runs the sign-up for this. But some of the other discussions that need to happen is the Memorial Hall or the Veterans Hall. Some things are going to have to be shuffled around there to make room for Desert Storm and then the post 9/11 wars. So the question is, do you? And I would like to throw this out. But do we do one and then the other? So do you just focus on Desert Storm right now? Get a couple of months into it, or the next year we come back and we look at the post 9/11.
I'd like to do one at a time.
Yeah. That way we can just dedicate time towards one.
I'd be concerned that people would try to lump them all together.
Yeah, you're going to miss, and possibly by starting the conversation and getting the word out there for the first one, people that have been involved in anything after that will hopefully hear about it and maybe either to some way step up or at least get us their information. Something that it's like, by just talking about it in general to get the conversation going. And then if it is brought up and say, hey, listen, this is what we're going to do this one first. If someone from a later date asks why not me, then we say, okay, you're next in line, however you want to say it. Because that's what I would like to see happen. People stop.
Or you start with the newer one because it's younger guys, and you tell them that we're going to be doing the Desert Storm one. So then they tell all the people they know that are in Desert Storm, like, hey, by the way, I saw this.
Yeah.
And then, whatever way we'll
I think the issue we're going to have is how do we get the news out that people from Desert Storm, who assuming are probably what, 60
One of these resources,
ish.
Yeah.
Well, they may not be on like social media and stuff to get notification that like, hey, Grafton's doing this.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas like the OEF, OIF people, like we're on Facebook, Instagram, with social media. So,
Andy, what were you going to say?
one of the resources that Jeff and I failed to use until almost too late to get people involved with this second Vietnam plaque was getting involved with the schools that actually would have had kids graduate and then go into the service and just participate in either Desert Storm or either 1991 or the Afghan or Iraq afterwards. Through their reunions and that kind of stuff, they maintain websites and they maintain connections with all kinds of people. They graduated, and they, through word of mouth, added at least 7 or 8 to the Vietnam plaque that we just put on the wall. So that's another resource that we can get with Jeff, with what I can provide with regard to ones we've missed over the years, to correct what we obviously cannot fix on a huge cast runs by, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I like the idea of maybe reaching out to the post 9/11 stuff. It's going to make it easier using the school sites like
Yeah.
Andy suggested.
It's like if I saw it, then I'm like, oh, I want to do it. And then they say like, oh yeah, then we're going to do the Desert Storm. I have uncles that I know were in Desert Storm, but they're not on social media. So then I'd go like, hey uncle, like,
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
But if we do it like that, then you're also kind of doing it both at the same time.
kind of, but you're at least getting the word out to
Yeah.
the older people that like, hey, this is going to be coming. Keep an eye on it. Or
Let your relatives who served in Desert Storm know that this is coming up.
yeah.
And the other thing is, I'm still stuck on what do you do, the OEF, OIF. I honestly, I mean, I keep coming back to post 9/11.
Yeah, I mean that's
Or you,
probably fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think any of us would get, any of us would get offended by that.
Well, I mean, I'm not on the plaque, so
No, but I know, but wow. Actually, I still mean,
You have to be a resident at time of enlistment
yep.
to even be considered on any flag.
Yeah. So I would be Menden.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Menden when I deployed.
okay.
Now, this supposed to be from the town.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I just meant from our generation as far as military members.
Yeah.
We thought,
If I saw a plaque and it was post 9/11, like I wouldn't be like, oh, mine's not on there.
right.
I'd just be, it kind of goes like any war after 9/11.
Yeah, there's a lot lumped in there for it. So that's my thing. But I mean, at the same time, you could just do OEF, OIF
Yeah,
as well.
we'll do it that way.
But there were so many names that we used for it all, and it just got
I
blurred.
mean, you could also do, if you do the plaque, you could do it like post 9/11 and then have it like separated with like Operation Enduring Freedom, these dates to these dates, Operation Iraqi Freedom, these dates to these dates, and have the names corresponding underneath them.
Yeah.
It's easy to find the names if they belong to the posts, either American Legion or VFW.
But see, that's the hard part.
Right.
Our generation
The
doesn't.
ones that didn't join that are maybe not still in town, those are the ones you want to include, but they have to contact us.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like the Facebook, Instagram post, YouTube,
Yeah.
like those would be things that they would see and be like, "Oh, yes." And then when we connect with them, we tell them like, "Oh, hey, by the way, if you know any Desert Storm veterans from Grafton, next year we're going to be doing this for them."
Right. Focus. All right. Any other questions on this? I think there's still a little bit more homework that we need to do, but I like the idea that you had on the post 9/11 and then the OEF, OAX underneath.
Yep, so I got a couple of things. Actually, these are for Anne Marie again. Picking on her tonight, I guess. Never, last Memorial Day, we recognized Bobby Pro for all his years of marching in the Memorial Day parade. So this year, we're going to have certificates to John Simpson, who is 90 years old, and Walter Wayne, who have both been marching in this parade since whenever. And they're both Korean War veterans. And I was hoping that you could present the, whatever they call them, the certificates or the plaques or whatever we got them, on, appreciation for all the years of marching in the Arbor town parade and everything. And like you or another one of the selectmen or somebody to present them to those two gentlemen when that time comes at the common.
Oh, I would be honored.
Okay, perfect. They're not many of them left.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Next up, historic markers, given the time, just kind of briefly touch on this because we've got the full agenda. But one of the things that Bob brought up to me after our last trustees meeting is the discussion of there are actually like old military sites around Grafton. I think he said Wyman Gordon's Fields was at one point an airfield or something along those lines.
Go up off Airport Road.
Oh, okay.
Is
Was an old airfield.
was an old age. Yep.
So, looking at maybe starting to do some kind of historic markers for some of these things around town. I love the idea. I think it's different than what we normally focus on, and I think that could, drive some interest. This is something that I would like. We've got a lot on our agenda, so I think for right now, let's keep the idea alive, but let's focus on some of the other things first.
Just a
All right, with regard to your historical places, perhaps you want to include the 6 from Grafton that became the spotters, aircraft spotters during World War II. These were guys that were too old for World War II, and they were what they call tweeners. They were too young for World War I, but they were too old for World War II, so they were up on the top of some of these hills around town spotting aircraft. I think there's 6 or 8 of them. Stan Stapera knows the name of several of them. My father-in-law, Louis Bourne, his father was one of them. Okay, I'd like to recognize those 6 or 8 individuals someplace.
Okay.
And Justin, I was just going to offer that maybe reaching out to the Historical Society. I know that they have a wealth of information over there that might be helpful to this project.
Yeah, I've been looking.
Is there anything else that we need to vote on? I have to be somewhere at 8. I apologize.
No, the only thing is closing out the meeting. The last item real quick that I have is I talked about this since we stood this back up, but creating a map of memorial cemeteries, things like that we could to post out. So that's something else that I'll work with Daryl on. But that's it. Just going to go around the room. So, Anne Marie, before you drop off, do you have anything for the committee?
No, nothing for you guys. I just want to let me know what I can do to help.
Okay. Yep. No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I apologize.
No worries.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Bob, do you have anything?
Nope.
Lucas?
Nope.
Andy, do you have anything? Carmen?
We got quick here. Okay. I got a cough, and so I mute myself so I don't cough and
No worries. No worries.
like that. But anyways, I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but Andy has maps of all the cemeteries in town. He has spent a lot of time telling where graves are and everything else. So
Yeah.
he's got where you said the maps. Would you say create maps of memorials and cemeteries? Andy pretty much got the cemeteries down already, and he already has it all on paper and everything else like that. So I think you need to just find a couple of interesting spots in town that maybe go unnoticed for what they might have contributed during the few wars that we've had in town.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, do you still have all of that stuff, right?
I got a spreadsheet that includes full name, all birth and death dates, the location in the cemetery, the section, the road, the position in the road, its GPS, any information with regard to their service, what branch, what war or wars, what rank, what ship they were on, all that stuff I have in a big database. And my intent, I am maintaining, I'm the only one that has been maintaining this since 2009. Parts of it, Mr. Perrin, the original Dick Tarn gave me maybe a third of what I have now for names, and I located within the cemetery where they're buried. But over the years I've added, we have as I indicated when we purchased flags last meeting, was like about 1,900 names, okay, on this list that I know exactly what they're buried and all of the information that I've researched over the years. I want to give this to somebody. I'm 80 years old. I do not have a backup to this thing. When I stop doing it, it stops being done. As people die, I add them to it. I find out where they're buried, and I go and find out all the information I can about said veteran, male or female, and add it to this list. So when it comes around for Memorial Day, I create a subset that this listing and give it to Carmen or give it to Stan Stapira or Mike Warren now, and the veterans then know where to place all the flags.
Yep. Yeah,
It's something. It's I'm sorry, Jeff.
No,
The only one thing that somebody should, compile on a thumb drive or something or somewhere, because it's a lot of information and there's a lot of diagrams and stuff. And if it was on somebody's computer somewhere, you could just pull it up and say, "This is what Lion Globe looks like. This is what the Fairview looks like, Riverside, and on."
yeah,
It's all computerized, Carmen, and the Worcesters and Brockton, when they did the locating for me of the veterans' graves, they created pictures of each individual cemetery, including the one across the street to the high school, where the specific markers are, so you can locate somebody. And the GPSs are done with what they call an artilleryman's GPS, which means that it's, instead of triangulation, it's like up to 6 satellites accurate within 10 feet.
Yeah, because Daryl have any of this stuff.
He does and doesn't.
Okay, he does have.
He's got the location, but he doesn't have the data that goes with.
They probably, the person who's in charge of the cemetery should probably have all that stuff. So
I watched it to him. He said he'll take it, but he won't update it.
yeah.
I made an offer to the town to give this to the library, as a read-only file, so no one can then update it with bad information. I will maintain it. I'll provide that updates for as long as I'm able. But once I'm gone, I don't know if anybody that wants to step up and do this. This is a labor of love.
Yeah. And that's really why I want to map this out. What it was originally starting out as is a map of Grafton and where everything is in Grafton. And then each of those locations would have information on them. So, but this is why, is so we have it all.
That's something called GIS map, which the town has.
Yeah.
I worked with the former town administrator, Mr. McInerney. He wanted all of this information so that he could put points on this GIS map to identify where the markers for the corners of each cemetery were. And I provided to him, but I don't know if he included it in his documents. But I have the north-south position of every grave in the town of Grafton is related to that.
Okay.
yes, he does.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy, let's talk about that information because I think it's something that we bring up with Evan and work with. And I agree, we probably want to lock it down so nobody can go in and put bad information in there, but we'll need to find somebody to help you out.
I give Jeff a master list. I formerly was giving listings to both Carmen and to Stanley Stapera, which was a former commander post 1497. I was giving them entire listings of all of the veterans. So if anybody asked at their posts where some former member was buried, they would have it and could relate the information. But when you print 4 reams of paper and go through X amount of ink every time you do this listing,
Yeah.
it gets expensive.
Yeah. That's why we,
I don't mind doing it, but I've been footing the bill for the pricing since 2009.
yeah, we need to make it electronic. So that's the intent behind it.
Won't you probably limit according to what I was trying to.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll give you Nick everything I have.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
And if somebody wants to put it in other than the format that I have, that's fine. The data is it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sean, you have anything?
I'm good.
All right. The only thing, if you send me something, do not assume that I know I need to send it out to everybody else, because sometimes I'm just looking at emails on my phone and I don't see that it doesn't go to everybody. So I know the three of us, Sean, Bob, you and I, there's conversations we have that we don't share with everybody else. But if it's something that we need to have, right? But if it's something like the plaque, your script and things,
Yeah.
send it out to the Veterans Advisory Committee email, please, to make sure that everybody gets it.
Yep.
I know this isn't the first time, and I've caught myself doing this as well. So just wanted to throw that out there. Other than that, next meeting is going to be March. So that is not correct. It's going to be April. It'll be April the 3rd. Thursday, April 3rd is going to be our next meeting at 7:00. We'll do it hybrid again. We just need to make sure we have a quorum in the conference room. So let me know if you're not able to attend, so we can plan accordingly.
Yep.
Other than that, can I get a motion to close the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a second. Bob?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Andy?
I
Sean?
Aye.
Justin? Aye. This meeting is adjourned. I will see y'all on April 3rd.